Okay. So today, inshallah, we are talking about measuring. As I said, measuring, we need to know how to measure the length, the volume, mass, density, and time. Okay, start with measuring length. We all know how to use the ruler, and the first tool, أول tool تيجي في دماغك أول ما نقول measuring length، أول tool هي الرولر. طب okay, the ruler، هل الرولر دي بالفعل is it an accurate tool or not؟ طبعا الرولر الاكيورسي بتاعتها it has less accuracy، weak accuracy. ليه بقى؟ علشان تعالوا نبص كده مثلا، لو انا رسمت رولر هرسم بس في ماركس موجودة على الرولر بتاعتنا كده. طبعا الماركس طبعا دي بتبقى okay they are maybe they are not straight, maybe the spaces between the marks is not the same. عارفين in the ruler the spaces between two marks is 1 millimeter. Okay, so maybe something related to the manufacture of the tool. يعني تصنيع الرولر دي في مشكلة، فالspaces between the ruler or the marks on the ruler is not the same. This is one main reason for inaccuracy or less accuracy of the ruler. يبقى disadvantages of ruler: less accuracy, and it may be not calibrated well. Not calibrated well means it spaces between the marks is not the same. Okay. طيب what is the accuracy of or the maximum accuracy you can get by using ruler؟ لما نيجي نستخدم الرولر you can measure what is the smallest thing can be measured by ruler. So the smallest distance can be measured by ruler. It is
1 millimeter.
Exactly, it is 1 millimeter. So the first thing you have to know that ruler, the smallest distance measured is 1 millimeter. This is the accuracy of ruler. Okay, the next part, if you want to measure something with more accuracy, more than 1 millimeter, so we have to use another tool. عندنا two tools، عندنا like vernier calipers، وعندنا كمان حاجة اسمها micrometer screw gauge. Okay, in the vernier caliper, this tool is called vernier caliper. This one is called vernier caliper. Look at the structure of this tool. It consists of fixed jaw, sliding jaw, and it has two scales. This one is the main scale, and this one here is the vernier scale or the sliding scale. Vernier scale. Okay, why we use this vernier caliper? ليه بنستخدمها? Sometimes I ask you to measure the diameter of a sphere. If you have a sphere or a ball, I ask you to measure the diameter. So can you measure the diameter of a sphere by ruler? هل ينفع نقيس الديامتر بتاع السفير برولر؟ Of course not.
No.
Okay, so you have to use vernier caliper. هنستخدم ساعتها vernier calipers. Okay, so it can measure the diameter of a rule. Also, it can be used to measure the diameter of a ring. Supposing that we have a ring, عندنا ring like this. This is the ring. And they ask you to measure the diameter of this ring. So the diameter, this ring has two diameters. First one is internal diameter or the inner diameter. The inner one, which is the distance from here to here like this. This is the inner diameter. Okay. From here to here. And also the outer diameter from here to here. This is the outer diameter. Okay, for both inner or outer diameter, we can use the vernier caliper, and the accuracy of vernier caliper reach to 0.1 millimeter. And accuracy بتاعتها تبقى 0.1 millimeter. Okay, fine. Now the question is, how can we take the reading from vernier calipers? In the exam, you can find a question. هو بيجيب لك كده. He wants to measure the diameter of a sphere. وبالفعل هو بعد ما كونكت كل حاجه وحط السفير كده ووصل للريدنج للشكل ده كده، يقول لك take the reading. How can you get this reading? To get the reading, we take the reading from two scales, the main scale and the vernier scale. We take the reading from this scale, this number one, the main scale, which is this one. This is the main scale, and this is the vernier scale. Take the reading of both. طيب الريدنج بتاعتنا بقى هناخدها ازاي؟ equal like your main scale reading and vernier scale reading. Okay, I want to cover the answer and ask you to solve this question. Yeah, like this. Okay, so the main scale, how can we get the main scale reading? The main scale reading here, عشان أجيب المين scale reading, look at where is the zero of the vernier scale. الزيرو ده موجود فين؟ It is 3 and 4, and this reading is 3.5, right? So where is the zero now? It is located between two readings, 3.5 and
3.6.
exactly, between 3.5 and 3.6. So what is exactly the reading? First of all, this is 3.5 centimeter and 3.6 centimeter. When we use the vernier caliper, we change from centimeter to millimeter. So if we have this 1 centimeter, this means this is 10 millimeter, and 2 centimeter means 2 يبقى 20 millimeter, 3 يبقى 30 millimeter, and so on. Okay, so 3.5 centimeter means 35 millimeter, plus the reading of the vernier scale. The reading of the vernier scale is a fraction, part of 10. 0 point حاجة. إيه بقى الحاجة دي بقى؟ تعالى نشوف إيه الحاجة دي كده. Look carefully for this part. طب بصينا هنا كده. عايزة أعمل زوم إن عشان نشوف كويس الجزء ده. Okay. Here you have to look at the vernier scale. بص على vernier scale كله. This part is vernier scale, and the upper part, this is the main scale. Okay. You have to look at the marks. بص على الماركس الجزء الماركس اللي فوق والماركس اللي تحت. You have to find 2 marks. هنلاقي 2 marks، واحدة فوق وواحدة تحت. They pass together عاملين one straight line. يعني إيه؟ بص لي كده أنهي مارك من فوق ومن تحت مع بعض عاملين one straight line. هنبص على فين؟ هنا 0 وهنا 10. فأنت عندك هنا 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Exactly. So the one of the mark which makes one straight line, this mark, right?
Yes,
which
yes.
is
Yeah.
7. So here the reading is 0.7. So the total reading of this diameter is 35.7 millimeter. Okay. If you want to يعني return it back to centimeter هتبقى 3.57 centimeter. Have you got it?
Miss, I'm confused.
Miss, wait, let me write it down.
3.6.
Okay, let me repeat again, please. هعيد مرة تانية. How to get the reading of the vernier calipers? We place our object, which may be a ball or a sphere, between the fixed jaw and the sliding jaw. Okay, and خلي بالنا من حاجة. First of all, we place this ball here and then move the sliding jaw gently toward the ball. خلاص till it hold the ball أو till the ball is held. لغاية لما الكرة دي تفضل يا دوبك تاتش كده بس ممسوكة وتاتش. Don't press، ما تضغطش على السلايدنج جو ده علشان ممكن الكرة دي تكون مثلا made of plastic ويحصل في البارت ده deformation. يعني ايه deformation؟ الشكل يتغير فالديامتر بتاعك يقل عن الديامتر الحقيقي. Okay, just touch البول from outside. بعد كده تعالى ناخد الريدنج. هناخد الريدنج منين؟ من المين سكيل. الريدنج بتاعتنا بناخدها من المين سكيل بلس الفيرنير سكيل. المين سكيل بنجيبه ازاي؟ from the position of 0 in the vernier scale. شوف الزيرو ده موجود فين. Look at the zero. It is found between 3. هنا في 3 وهنا في 4. هنا 3.5 ودي كده 3.6. So as you see, the zero is located between 3.5 and 3.6. Okay, so it is between 3.5 and 3.6. Okay, أول حاجة هتحطها لي هنا المين سكيل المفروض إن هي 3.5 لكن after changing it into millimeter. So 3.5 centimeter equal كام مليمتر؟
35 millimeter.
Exactly times 10 على طول نعمل multiply 10 هيدينا 35 ملم. Yes 35 ملم. Plus الفيرنر سكيل هيبقى 0 point وفي fraction والفراكشن هو 1 decimal بس يا جماعة. كام بقى؟ هنجيبه ازاي؟ Look at the marks on the Vernier scale and the main scale. دي العلامات دي يا ولاد بنسميها marks. بص الماركس اللي تحت والماركس.
0.7.
اوكي هنشوف مين فيهم عاملين one straight line. يعني look هنا كده this one and this one are not on the same straight line. And this they are not in the same straight line. But look here, this one and this one are on the same straight line, right? What is the reading of this mark? الرقم ده كام هنا؟ reading هنا تبقى كام؟
0.7.
7. So if you count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but 0.7. So the reading of the Vernier scale is 35.7 millimeter. Okay, this is a Vernier scale. خلي بالك في Vernier scale it is 35.7 millimeter. The accuracy reached to 1/10 of millimeter. يعني لو عملناها بالسنتيمتر it is 3.57 sorry centimeter. It is 100 of centimeter. لكن هي دي متميزة. المهم ان انت تكون عارف ان هي الاكيرسي بتاعتها بتوصل الى ان هي تقدر تقسم ال 1 مليمتر اللي هو 1 مليمتر اللي هي من هنا لهنا الديستنس الصغنطوطه دي قوي دي بتقسمها ل 10 parts. فالاكيرسي بتاعتها بتوصل ل 1/10 of millimeter. Okay. Also, we have another tool which is more accurate, more precise tool, which is micrometer screw gauge. The micrometer screw gauge is used to measure very thin object. زي إيه كده? Like a thickness of a sheet of paper, of aluminium sheet, or a thickness or diameter of a wire. Electric wire, عندنا electric wire, we need to measure its diameter. فعشان كده هنقيس ال thickness بتاعه ب micrometer screw gauge. انت لازم تعرف الشيب الشيب بتاع المايكروميتر screw gauge. This tool is called micrometer screw gauge. I'll show you some examples or some exams. He draw the tool and ask you what is the name of this tool. This is micrometer screw gauge. Okay. To what accuracy? يعني تقدر تقيس لنا أصغر حاجة the smallest thing or the smallest length can be measured by micrometer screw gauge is 0.01 millimeter. يعني إيه؟ يعني ال 1 millimeter هي تقدر تقسمه إلى 100. يديك accuracy ل 1 of hundredths of millimeter. طيب how can I get the reading of micrometer screw gauge؟ إزاي أجيب الريدنج بتاعتي؟ Look here. We have this is a wire. ده الواير بتاعنا. المفروض الواير طبعا كده شايفين. I need to measure this thickness. How can we get the reading? هقول لك بنعمل ايه. Actually, we draw two lines. We have horizontal line and vertical line. This is a vertical line. شايفين الستراكشر بتاعها؟ البارت ده this part is rotating part. الجزء دوت rotate. أنا بلفه. When we rotate it, this part is this part is moving toward the wire until the wire is held. يعني أنا بعمل روتيشن لده كده وافضل ألف فيه لغاية لما الواير بتاعي يبقى held يعني ممسوك كويس. برضو ما اعملش pressing ما اضغطش جامد. طيب بعد كده have to take the reading بقى. هناخد two lines. بس أعمل zoom in عشان أعرف. Okay. هاخد the first line هيبقى horizontal line like this. This is the first horizontal line like this. And this is the first vertical line. The next one here. Okay. أول حاجة باخدها this line. ليه؟ اللاين دوت بيقول لك الريدنج دي كام؟ 0 هنا 1 هنا 2. Stop بقى. 0 1 و 2 A. What is the unit here? The unit here is millimeter. Okay? The unit here is millimeter. So This is 1 millimeter, this is 2 millimeter. So what about here? This is 0.5 millimeter, and this is 1.5 millimeter. Okay, so where is the vertical line now? The vertical line ده واقف فين بالظبط؟ The vertical line, this line. هنا اللاين ده. Where is it?
between the second and the third.
2.5.
Is 1,
5.
2, it is after 2.5, right? So the reading بتاعتي هنا هتبقى 2.5 plus fraction. الفراكشن ده 0 point حاجة. حاجة دي كام بقى؟ هنجيبها من ال horizontal line. Look here, it's horizontal line, this is 15. Look here, it's 15. Let's خليني أرسم horizontal line هنا. Okay. Here it's 15, then 16, 17. Okay, so it is 2.5 millimeter plus 0 point.
0.18.
It's not 8. It's 7.
All right, yeah, it's 7, yeah, 7, 0.17, yeah.
Okay, so add these numbers together. So we get the reading to be 2.67 millimeter. So the diameter of this wire is 2 millimeter or 2.67 millimeter. Now you know how to get the reading from micrometer screw gauge.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, okay.
Miss,
let
I'm
me
a
check.
bit confused.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me check by using. I will give you another example. This one. I have here. This is exercise workbook here. Okay, let's try to get this reading. Okay. So I give you some time. I give you 2 minutes to get the reading yourself, and then I will solve it myself. Okay.
Can I answer the chat?
I give you no. Just I give you a couple of minutes to write it yourself. يكتبيها لنفسك انت, and then check your answer when I re-explain it, because I think that some students, if they are not understand, I will repeat through this example. Okay. I need the reading for this. You need to know where this line, where is it, and where is this line here. نرسم هنا vertical line. This is the horizontal line. شوفين with vertical line thing. We start with the vertical line. Okay. So the reading equal space plus 0.3. What should I write here?
3.5.
3.5. Exactly. This is the lowest point, 3.5 millimeter plus 0 point came هنا. 22. Exactly.
22.
So can we add them together?
Yes, 3.72. 3.72.
72 millimeter. Is it difficult?
Miss,
Yes.
I'm confused about which one should we add. Like, which one should we add 0.0 and which one is just, I'm confused about that.
Okay, we here the vertical line. This is the vertical line. Okay, do you see this vertical line?
Yeah,
Where is it?
at 3.5.
It's after 3.5, right?
Yeah, for like that.
Okay, so we write here 3.5 plus fraction. Okay, we get this fraction from the horizontal line. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Huh? Have you got it?
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. Okay. Look, this is an example for a question here. بص هنا كده, بص هنا. The diagram shows a set of vernier calipers. Label the following parts of this instrument. Okay. So which here look here, which is the main scale, where is the vernier scale, and jaws. Can we do it?
Yes, teacher, of course.
Yes. What this part?
That's the jaw.
Exactly. Yeah, and this part?
Jaw.
Sliding jaw.
Sliding jaw,
sliding-
exactly.
this is the main
Exactly.
jaw.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, what this part here?
Vernier scale.
Oh, it's
Vernier.
this one, vernier scale, exactly. And what's this?
Main scale. This is the main
Oh,
scale.
this is the main scale. Okay. What is the name of this tool?
Vernier caliper.
Vernier calipers, exactly. Perfect. Okay. Okay, and then he asked you to get the reading. How about getting the reading of this diameter of a ball? Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes to answer this question. What is the reading of vernier caliper? Don't forget to change from centimeter into millimeter. So we have reading plus reading, okay? Or عشان أقربها لك after something plus 0 point حاجة. نشوف الناس هتعمل إيه.
Teacher will tell answers in the chat.
Okay. على فكرة بس لا بلاش الشات عشان احنا عندنا about 67 students are attending today. So انا مش هقدر اتشيك الشات كله لو كله بعت ورا بعضه، يعني انا لغاية دلوقتي في شات كتير مش هقدر اتشيك كل الشات طبعا عشان ما شاء الله عددنا كبير، بس يعني keep it يعني خليها معاك when we revise when I give you the answer check your answer. Okay, I'm sure that all of you can do it yourself. Okay, but I need someone to help me to answer the question.
Can I teacher Ankonos?
Okay, just hold on for a minute. يعني I'll give you just يعني نستنى بس 1 minute وبعد كده نبتدي نعمل answer the question. Have you finished?
Miss, but the 3 lines matching.
Okay, let me check. أنا بصراحة مش عارفة كام، بس أول حاجة the first reading. How can we get the first reading here? It is from the
by the main scale.
exactly. This is from the main scale, and this is from the vernier scale, right? Okay.
Yes.
What is the reading of the main scale here? Look at how ازاي اجيب الريدنج بتاع المين scale. اجيبها ازاي? Looking
Look
at
at the zero. Look at the reading before the zero.
Where is the zero here? The zero is between two readings, right?
Isn't
Yes.
2.8 and
It is
2.9.
between 2.8 and 2.9. So, okay. So this one is 2.8 لكن as لازم احولها change into millimeter, right? So I suppose
That's
right here 28 millimeter plus 0 point حاجة. الحاجة دي هتبقى كام بقى؟ Look at which part make straight.
Makes a straight line.
Yes, خليني اعمل zoom in. طيب انا بصراحة مش شايفة قوي بس يعني
It is about 0.3.
I think it's 5.
yes,
Three.
me too. I think it's 5.
I think it's
Yes, it's correct. I guess it's 5 also. So it's 0 point.
But I think 3 is also coinciding greatly, like
Like
0.1,
what?
2, 3. I think it makes a straight line.
Yes. You feel like 4.
Is there are 3 lines matching?
4 or 5.
Four.
No, there are
4.
three
Okay,
matching.
but the most matching one is 5. Okay, 5. I feel like they are exactly one straight line.
Miss, where do we make the straight line?
Well, between the marks, the marks of the vernier scale and the main scale. Mark دي ودي. يعني شايفين this make this one straight line. هي appear like straight line. لكن لو عملنا zoom in يا جماعة لا هي it is not like عشان نشوف أكتر. Look here.
I think it's still straight.
I feel like this one is shifted to left a little bit. But this one is exactly one straight line.
Teacher, will we given a range, like a range over which we should write our answer, like from 0.3 to 0.5 or something like that?
Yes. Sometimes in the mark scheme give you a range for the answer, but exactly in the exam he gives you بيديكي واحدة بس هي one straight line. Okay. مش بيدينا اتنين confused يعني عشان ما يحصلش confusion. Okay, so the reading here is going to be 28 plus 0.5, so the reading is 28.5 millimeter. Okay, which means it is 2.85
centimeter.
Okay.
Miss, I'm sorry I entered late. Can you please explain why do we use this device? Like I know how to use it, but what is it used for?
It is used for measuring the diameter of a ball or diameter of a sphere, or small length with high accuracy. The
Okay.
accuracy of vernier caliper is greater than the accuracy of the ruler. الرولر بتدينا accuracy to 1 millimeter. لكن هنا the vernier caliper gives an accuracy of 1/10 of millimeter, and also the micrometer screw gauge to 1/100 of millimeter. اوكي look here. انا بصراحه مش عايزه برضه يعني ندخل كتير في الموضوع عشان نشوف باقي الشابتر، بس خليني بسرعه كده. what is the name of this tool?
Micrometer screw gauge
Exactly, this is micrometer screw. Why we use this micrometer screw gauge? To measure what?
to measure
measure wires.
thickness of a sheet or wire.
Yes, thickness or diameter of a wire, and also thickness of a sheet of paper. Okay, على فكرة يا جماعة measuring the thickness of a sheet of paper هو مش بيجيب one sheet of paper ويخليه هنا. Exactly، لا طبعا مش بيعمل كده خالص. هو بيعمل ايه؟ هو بيجيب amount of sheet of paper، يعني كمية من like 500 sheet of paper. Okay، ويحطهم between the two parts of the micrometer screw gauge and measure the length. Suppose the length is مثلا 2.58 millimeter. Then divide this value over 500 sheets عشان to get the thickness of one sheet. يعني مفيش حاجة هتميجر تعمل لنا measure ل one sheet of paper. اوكي؟ طيب هقول لكم على حاجة ثانية كمان. We have something called zero error. يعني ايه zero error؟ Sometimes لما بروح اجيب المايكروميتر screw gauge دي from the lab وهي بالفعل مقفولة ومش قايسة حاجة، it is not closed at the zero. يعني هي مقفولة بس ايه؟ مش جاية على الزيرو. هنا بيبقى في حاجة اسمها zero error. يعني ايه zero error؟ يعني هي عاملة reading 0.2. إذا ده الزيرو error بتاعنا 0.2. طيب how to overcome this error؟ عشان تخلص من الايرور ده اعمل ايه؟ انا بستخدم التول بتاعتي عادي خالص وبجيب الريدنج بتاعتي بحسبها عادي خالص، وفي الاخر خالص بعمل subtract الانسر بتاعتي، بشيل منها 0.2 اللي هم اصلا exist في التول بتاعتي from the beginning. يعني انا جبت التول ومفيش اي حاجه ومقفوله كويس جدا، لكن هي مش جايه كلها على الزيرو. امال عامله ريدنج كام؟ 0.2. خلاص فانا هقيس عادي خالص، بكتب النمبرز اللي انا كاتباها at the end subtract 0.2 from the final answer. ده بنسميه zero error. لايك اقول لك على حاجه بسيطه جدا. في عندنا اللي هو السكيل، الباثروم سكيل اللي بنقف عليه عشان to measure the mass of the body. اوكي؟ انا عندي واحد هنا في البيت لما بقف عليه ساعات كده اقف عليه المفروض ان هو الزيرو بتاعه هنا كده. اوكي؟ كل يوم الصبح لما اجي اقف عليه ابص الاقي الزيرو شفت، يعني المارك دي او الزيرو ده المارك بتاعت الزيرو شفتت جايه هنا. المفروض ده الزيرو بس ده المارك بتاع اللي بتقرا هنا موجود هنا. اذا هنا في زيرو شفت مثلا كام؟ ممكن مثلا 2 كيلو جرام. بعمل ايه؟ في طبعا هنا زي باترن كده موجود هنا كده، انا بعمل له سكرول كده بلفه او روتيت كده فبيرجع لي، عشان بيرجعه لي عند الزيرو وابتدي بعد كده اعمل ميجرمنت. او ممكن اقيس الماس بتاعتي كام، هو اوريدي فيه 2 كيلو جرام زياده لوحده كده، فانا ممكن اقيس الميجرمنت بتاعتي. انا لو وقفت مثلا فاداني ريدنج مثلا 60 كيلو جرام، يبقى الحقيقه بتاعتي كام؟ subtract 2 كيلو جرام from 60 كيلو جرام. ده نوع من الايرور بنسميه zero error. اوكي يا ولاد؟
Okay, teacher.
خلاص احنا كده خلصنا measuring
Okay, teacher.
length. Measuring length. Let me check here. Yes. So here just like comparison, ruler can measure to nearest 1 millimeter, vernier calipers 0.1 millimeter, while micrometer screw gauge give to the nearest 0.1 millimeter. Okay. Next quantity to be measured is the volume. And when we want to measure the volume of an object, we have to know if this object is solid or if it is liquid. If it is solid, so we have to weigh. Or have to like, if the solid object is regular, have a regular shape or irregular shape. If it has a regular shape, we have to use formula. Like, if this regular shape is a cuboid, so in cuboid, volume of cuboid equal length by width by height. Okay, if this regular shape is a cylinder, cylinder يبقى you know the cylinder is the shape of cylinder like this. Okay, how can we get the volume of cylinder? The volume of cylinder, you have to get the area of this base times the height. So area times height. Since this area is a circle, يبقى الvolume of cylinder equal the area of the base, which is by r square عشان هي circle times height. Okay, لو الشيب بتاعي cube يبقى length by itself by itself. لو الشيب بتاعي مثلا sphere كرة أو ball sphere يبقى الفوليوم بتاع السفير بتاعي equal 4/3 by r cube. Okay, يعني إحنا عندنا هنا formula, this is called formula for the volume. إمتى نستخدم الفورمولا دي؟ If our object is regular object.
Teacher,
Yes.
will we ask to determine the volume of regular objects?
Yes, but you have to know the measure, the rule for cylinder and sphere and cube.
Right, teacher,
Okay.
thank you.
Right. What if this solid object has a regular shape? Of course, we will go to the measuring cylinder. In the measuring cylinder, we have steps. First step, we have to add some liquid and measure the volume of the liquid. And then add the object. خليني مثلا draw here. First, this is a measuring cylinder. هخلي go inside the measuring cylinder ده يبقى عندي مثلا like here, it's the amount of liquid. Okay. After that, we add the solid object. هنخلي solid object, insert the solid object here. So the water rises. المية المفروض rises to a certain level. Suppose in the level ده هيبقى say مثلا to here. Okay, so if the volume initially, volume of liquid only was this one, this volume one, and this volume is the volume of the water and or the liquid with object, so this is volume 2. The difference between both volumes gave you the volume of this object. Okay, طيب هنا بقى في measuring cylinder شوية precautions هتنفعنا في paper 6. ايه هي precautions دي؟ First of all, when we use the measuring cylinder, we have to use a measuring cylinder little bit wider than the object. استخدم measuring cylinder wider than the object. ما حطش الobject جوه measuring cylinder والobject يقف لي في النص ولا يطلع ولا ينزل. لازم تبقى little bit wider than the object. This is point number 1. Point number 2, place the measuring cylinder in a flat horizontal surface. Why? عشان to get accurate reading. Point number 3. When you take a reading, لما تيجي تاخد reading from measuring cylinder أو from ruler أو from a meter أو voltmeter or أي حاجة عليها scale وأنت هتاخد الريدنج بعينيك, you have to look perpendicular to the scale. يعني مثلا دلوقتي this is the table, okay? وأنت حاطط measuring cylinder هنا, okay? سيادتك بقى مثلا طويل شوية كده وراسك فوق هنا كده مثلا كده, راسك هنا كده وجسمك بقى كده. انت هتبصي من هنا كده على الميجرنج cylinder تعرفي كام؟ course not. امال تعمل ايه؟ you have to lower your body, تنزل بجسمك كده to the level of water. يعني لازم دماغك دي تنزل في نفس الليفل بتاع الووتر، عينيك بالظبط تبقى في نفس الليفل بتاع الووتر كده. ليه؟ علشان you have to look perpendicular to the scale. If you look the angle rather than 90 degree هيبقى فيه نوع من error, and this error is known as parallax error. So parallax error is obtained when you don't look perpendicular to the scale. يعني بص هنا مثلا if you look with angle like this, your reading will be this value. If you look from down here, لو انت نزلت جسمك تحت level of water هتبص ان الريدنج بتاعتك تبقى اعلى شوية من الحقيقة. You have, this is the correct way. You have to look perpendicular to the scale. Another point here, when we put the water in the glass, the water has a property that the sides of water, the sides here are attached to the surface of the glass. عشان كده بلاقي water surface بيبقى curved. طب انت هتاخد which reading؟ هتاخد this reading? No. we take the reading of the lower meniscus. This is called lower meniscus. الليفل ده بنسميه lower meniscus. You have to take the reading of lower meniscus. Okay. تعالوا نبص على التولز دي كده. precautions بتاعتها هي بص كده. Flat twice measuring cylinder and flat horizontal surface, flat perpendicular to the scale. The object must be completely كمان submerged in water. يعني لازم الأوبجكت كله covered بالwater كمان. يعني الأوبجكت بتاعك في حتة ثانية طالع لفوق، لا حضرتك أنت كمان تقيس الفوليوم بتاعه. أنت لازم عشان تقيس الفوليوم تعمل له submerged totally in water. طب يعني suppose إن الأوبجكت ده أصلا floating on the water surface. What should you do؟ هتعمل إيه لو الأوبجكت بتاعك piece of wood مثلا؟ هتعمل إيه؟ حاجة بسيطة جدا. هنجيب مادة like lead. الليد ده معروف عنه إن هو heavy material يعني ليه high density. وبعد كده هعمل تاي، هربط الوود بيس اوف وود مع السنكر واخليه يعني يبقى submerged under water. طب احنا هنا مثلا عشان هربط الليد مع الوود، يبقى انت اول ستيب هتتيك the volume of the block with water. This volume to be volume 1. So volume 1 is the volume of steel or the heavy object or the lead plus liquid. And here then add the object. خلاص هطلع بقى البتاع السوليد object ده واعمل له tying. لما اربطه بقى بخيط thin thread يعني خيط رفيع جدا. ليه بقى؟ عشان if you use thicker one it may affect the reading. لو استخدمنا خيط تخين شويه هيقسم الخيط ده نفسه ليه volume ف it may affect the reading فنستخدم thin thread. وبعدين while you inserting لما تيجي بعمل inserting الاثنين دول inside water gently ليه؟ لأن ممكن وأنت بتعملها throwing الووتر بيحصل splashing للووتر. splashing يعني إيه؟ يعني شوية parts من الووتر بتخرج outside of the container. هتخرج من الكونتينر يبقى الفوليوم بتاعك اللي أنت كنت قايسه في الأول ده اتغير، يبقى الريدنج بتاعتك فيها error. أوكي؟ يبقى tie the sinker الأوبجكت التقيل ده إحنا بنسميه sinker. tie the sinker with the wood and lower it gently into the water and take the volume to be V2. Okay, the difference between V2 and V1 will be the volume of the wood only. Okay, I think I covered everything about the measuring cylinder and measuring volume. The third topic or the third quantity to be measured is the density. Actually في الحقيقة في عندنا device اسمه hydrometer. الهيدروميتر ده بستخدمه عشان أحط فيه الليكويد فيديني الدنسيتي على طول. بس ده مش عندنا أصلا في الأولب ولا عندنا أصلا في الآي. ممكن يكون في الAS level في كامبريدج. طيب هنا عندنا إيه؟ أنت لا أنت هيقول لك بس يعني calculate the density من التولز بتاعت الفيزيكس لاب اللي هي إيه؟ هي الدنسيتي أصلا definition بتاعها إيه؟ يعني إيه density؟ suppose أنا عندي object وعندي object تاني وعندي object تالت. Okay, if you look, suppose they have the same shape. If you look at the internal structure for every material, طبعا ده material 1 وده material 2 وده material 3. They are made of 3 different materials. The internal structure for every material differ from one to another. يعني مثلا هنلاقي البارتكلز هنا السبيسز ما بينها فيها سبيسز معينة كده. So this volume contains specific number of particles, while this particle, maybe the particle has large size and large spaces between them. Okay, and this one has different spaces. So they have, suppose we have 3 different materials and 3 equal volume. هقول إن الفوليوم ده V1 هو نفس الفوليوم V2 هو نفس الفوليوم V3. يعني أنا جايبة 3 identical objects made of different materials. 3 objects نفس الشكل بالظبط يعني نفس الفوليوم بالظبط but they are made of different materials. طب أنا لو جبت مثلا suppose ده مثلا made of wood وده مثلا made of lead. Which one is heavier? lead ولا الwood؟
اللد.
Of course lead.
lead.
Because the internal structure of lead differs from wood. That's why we said that lead is denser than wood because of the internal structure. Although they have the same volume, but they don't have the same mass. Just because of the internal structure of the material. So the density, the definition of density, it is the mass of unit volume. تعالوا نقف عند الديفينيشن ده شوية. يعني إيه unit volume? What is the unit of measuring volume?
meter cube.
Meter cube. Okay, cubic meter. This is a measuring unit of volume. طيب لو أنا تخيلت كده إن أنا هرسم كيوب. هرسم بحاول كده أرسم لكم كيوب كده لطيف كده. الكيوب ده السايد لينس بتاعه 1 متر. اوكي. خلينا نتكلم عن الووتر. معلش تخيل انا عندي كيوب من الووتر. تخيل انا عارفه ان الووتر ليكويد وما ينفعش ناخد منها كيوب، بس هتكلم عن الووتر عشان it is well known density بتاعتها معروفه. فانا هقول مثلا السايد لينس ده 1 متر والويدث بتاعي 1 متر والهايت بتاعي 1 متر، فبالتالي الفوليوم ده كام؟ 1 cubic meter. If you know the mass of this 1 cubic meter, here you get the density of material. يعني لو انا جبت 1 cubic meter من الماده بتاعتي وجبت الماس بتاعتها، عرفت الماس كام؟ هي دي الدنسيتي. عشان كده it is the mass of unit volume or per unit volume. Both are correct. You got it?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, so density is the mass per unit volume. طيب عشان اجيب الفورمولا of density it equals mass over volume. Density, it has symbol, it is rho. This is the symbol of rho, like meme بالعربي. Rho. This is rho. Rho is a Greek letter and means density.
Miss?
Yes?
Excuse me, I didn't understand how to take the volume of an irregular shape without metal sinker.
Okay, can you, okay, let me repeat it at the end because we skipped now to a new part.
Okay.
خليني بس هقول لك عليها، بس خليني في الاخر عشان احنا دلوقتي رحنا لبارت تاني خالص. خلاص طيب احنا measure the density، يبقى الدنسيتي بتاعتنا equal mass over volume. Density has symbol rho equal m, which is mass over volume. So the unit of density, it is the unit of mass, which is kilogram, divided by the unit of volume, which is cubic meter. So density is measured in kilogram per cubic meter. كلمة per هنا يا ولاد معناها divided. per يعني divide. عشان اكتشفت ان في طلبة كتير ما يعرفوش الفرق بين per. لما اقول لك مثلا meter second ومتر per second. meter second يعني multiply. per second يعني divide. فتيك كير من البوينت دي. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. What's the question?
Can you repeat this question again? This word, meter per second, and
Okay. The unit, we're talking about the unit of measuring the density. The unit of measuring is a unit of mass, which is kilogram, divided by the unit of volume, which is cubic meter. So the unit of density is kilogram per cubic meter. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes the mass is measured in gram and the volume is measured in cubic centimeter. So the volume of density, the unit of measuring density will be gram per cubic centimeter. اللي أنا كنت بقوله هنا إن per means divide. Okay. Let's see the next part here. But some points about density. This point is very important. Here, I make like summary here. The substances of the same volume have different masses. Here, substances here mean different substances. Okay. If they have the same volume, you must expect that they have different masses. And vice versa. يعني إيه vice versa؟ يعني if they have the same mass, they have different volume. يعني أنت لو جبت 1 kilogram من iron, 1 kilogram of copper, 1 kilogram of water, كل material هيبقى ليها الفوليوم بتاعها مختلف عن الثانية. ليه؟ عشان because of density. Okay. or objects اللي ليها density than water, less than water, float on the water surface. طب يميس ال density of water كام؟ density of water raw for water equal 1000 kilogram per cubic meter. Okay. أو ممكن نقولها 1 gram per cubic centimeter. This is the density for water. فلو جبت object density بتاعته less than water like wood مثلا أو plastic ده بيعمل float on the water surface فبالتالي not plastic sorry it's ممكن نقول wood or foam or أي material has density less than water بتعمل float on the water surface. While if the object has density greater than 1 gram per cubic centimeter or 1000 kilogram per cubic centimeter or greater than the water, it will sink into water. خلاص طيب وده سؤال مهم جدا البارت اللي هي الجزئيه الاخيره دي كده. بص دايما كده دايما لما تيجي تعمل compare between two materials انا عايز اعمل compare بين material 1 وmaterial 2. material 1 ليها mass وليها volume وليها density ودي كمان ليها mass وليها volume وليها density. عشان تعمل comparison ما بينهم هتاخد نفس الماس the same mass وتميجر الفوليوم او العكس the same volume ونعمل measurement للماس عشان اعرف مين فيهم which one is heavier. فاخد انا اديتك two material وقلت لك شوف which one is heavier. فالتو materials دول حضرتك لازم تتاكد ان هم يا اما they have the same mass ونقيس الفوليوم. يعني مثلا لو اديتك كده two object الاوبجكت ده ليه فوليوم كبير بس الماس بتاعته 1 كيلو جرام والاوبجكت ده ليه فوليوم صغير بس الماس بتاعته 2 كيلو جرام. which is denser? They have the same they have a different volumes. عايزين نخليهم the same volume. تعالوا بس نرسم كده the same volume ماشي بس ده 1 كيلو جرام وده 2 كيلو جرام. the object A و the object B. which one is heavier? A or B? So B is denser than A. يبقى ال B has density بتاعت B greater than density of A. Okay. ساعات كتير بيطلب مني في الإكزام how to measure the density of a liquid. مش يعني لو طلب مني density of an object فسهلة جدا بقيس الماس بتاعت الأوبجكت وقيس الفوليوم بتاع الأوبجكت وماس over density it's okay. طب ال density of a liquid بقى تعمل إيه؟ أول حاجة place the measuring cylinder on the balance. This balance is for reading mass. Okay. طبعا لما احط when we place the measuring cylinder on the balance you'll find here a reading. في هنا reading وليكن مثلا 200 جرام. يبقى cylinder empty cylinder الماس بتاعتها 200 جرام. This tool which is the balance has here a button to reset the reading. يعني ايه؟ يعني هو جايب الريدنج هنا مثلا 200. فاما اعمل له ريست يبقى انا كانه بقول له consider ان 200 دول زيرو وبعدين بعد كده add the amount of liquid. دي بقى الليكويد بتاعك هو كان كام؟ هو كان 200 بس احنا اعتبرناهم زيرو وابتدي اعمل count after 200. فعلى طول اداني الريدنج دي. الريدنج دي معناها ايه؟ ان ده الماس بتاع الليكويد only. ايوه ميس بس انا هنا ليكويد وجلاس. ايوه خلاص انا خدت الجلاس واعتبرته زيرو. اوكي فعملت ريست وخليته زيرو وبعد كده هاد الليكويد فاداني الريدنج والفوليوم باخده طبعا من الميجرنج ستاندر هنا فباخد الرقم ده اوفر الفوليوم يعني ده هيبقى 99.3 divided by this is 90. So when we divide this we get 1 point كام. This is the volume of this. It's not 1 point حاجه yes. هيبقى جبت الدنسيتي بتاعت الليكويد الموجود عندي. هقول لك حاجه كمان. كل الاويلز او الاويل بتاع الاويل معروف ان الدنسيتي بتاعته ما بين 850 to 950 كيلوغرام per cubic meter. يعني كل الاويل بيعمل float on the water surface عشان density بتاعته less than density of water. Okay. Let's have a break 5 minutes and I'll be back. ناخد بريك 5 minutes. الساعة دلوقتي تقريبا 2 إلى دقيقتين. فنتقابل إن شاء الله 5 after 2 يعني تبقى 2 and 5 بإذن الله. Okay.
مس هو في جروب للتليجرام يعني حضرتك عاملاه؟
ايوه يا جماعه، جروب التليجرام اللي حطيت اللينك بتاعه في الشات، اللي عايز يدخل يتفضل يدخل. اوكي، انا هخزنكم 5 minutes ومش هكون موجوده. after 5 minutes هنتقابل.
مس ممكن تبعتي لينك تليجرام تاني اصل مش ظاهر عندي.
الله يا شباب. Okay. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, miss, we can hear you.
Yes, okay. Let's continue to measure the time. This is the fourth part of this chapter. Measuring time. Of course, we have to use a stopwatch to measure the time. Okay, but we have two types of stopwatch. Like we have a stopwatch has arms, and the stopwatch which has arms we call it analog stopwatch. يعني stopwatch اللي فيها arms يبقى فيها بنسميها analog stopwatch. أما الديجيتال stopwatch اللي gives you number directly يبقى فيها معرفش 1 second وكمان تديك بتعد السكند بتعد كمان part من السكند. فدي بنسميها digital stopwatch. فعندنا two stopwatch analog and digital stopwatch. Okay, actually الانالوج اللي فيها الارمز دي بيكون فيها مشكلة الزيرو ايرور. يعني الانالوج ده بيبقى فيه مشكلة الزيرو ايرور. ليه؟ لأن هو أصلا ممكن تبقى الستوب واتش أصلا يعني switched off مقفولة والارمز أو الارم اللي هو بيعمل كاونت دوت not exactly at zero shifted to the left or to the right. يبقى دوت ممكن يكون فيه زيرو ايرور. طيب. يبقى انت دلوقتي عرفت انت you measure the time by a stopwatch. We have two types of stopwatches. We have analog and digital, and the analog have a type of error اللي هو zero error. طيب بالنسبة للديجيتال والله الديجيتال والانالوج فيهم عيب مشترك. ايه هو بقى الكومن او this feature او features الموجودة او الحاجة اللي هي الديفكت الموجود فيهم او الايرور type of error الموجود فيهم حاجة اسمها reaction time error. reaction time error. Type. What is meant by reaction time error? If I ask two students to do an experiment, okay? تعالوا مثلا هعمل كده this is a surface and أعمل هنا like a stand وهعلق في الstand ده مثلا thread والthread ده في آخره كده في هنا ball و I'll ask two students to start to count the time of one complete oscillation of this ball like this. Okay, so the hearts of two lines, this is the rest position, and this is the position from the opposite side, like this. Okay, there's some balls. Okay, so when I asked your students, I asked first to hold the ball in this position, to this level. Okay, and ask the other student, start to count after you see your friend leaving this ball. يعني أول ما تشوف زميلك ساب البول عشان تقع، هتمشي في الدايركشن ده وترجع تاني للبوزيشن دوت. يعني اعمل press on لل ستوب واتش وهي هنا واعمل بريس اوف لما البول ترجع لي. طبعا زميلك على ما يشوف بعينيه كده بس الستوب واتش you leave the stop watch the ball يبتدي هو يدوس على الستوب واتش هيبقى فيه تايمين. هو على ما الستوب واتش تبتدي تشتغل بالفعل الكرة دي هتكون البوزيشن بتاعها هنا. اذا في distance travel دهيت من غير ما اعمل لها measuring للتايم. ده بنسميه reaction time error. طيب هقربها لكم اكتر. Suppose we have a driver on a road and this driver is drunk. شارب حاجة كده وسايق في الطريق. And he sees some person or something in the road and he have to stop and he have to press on the brakes. لازم يدوس على الفرامل لازم stop. When the reaction time for اللي هم الناس اللي عندهم addiction أو بيشربوا حاجات كده يعني بيكون الreaction time بتاعهم بيكون long يعني longer reaction time. يعني على ما دماغه او على ما عينيه تشوف الاوبجكت والعينيه تبعت مسج للبرين والبرين يبعت مسج لرجليه عشان تدوس على الفرامل. ده تايم هو بالفعل بيمشي فيه ديستانس معينه. يعني مثلا لو الراجل ده مثلا ماشي بسبيد مثلا 80 كيلومتر بر اور او 100 كيلومتر بر اور. هو ماشي كده تريلا كبيره ماشيه بسرعه 100 كيلومتر per hour. And he saw something. طبعا نرسم بس التريلا عشان أنا طبعا فاشلة في الرسم بس it's okay يعني. He saw something in the road. حاجة in the road. Okay. He must لازم يدوس على البرومبت. Okay. لو at this moment he saw the object. Okay. When he start to take the action and pressing on the brakes, the lorry will reach to this point. إذا هنا في عندك distance traveled without taking any action. التايم بتاع الديستانس دي بنسميه reaction time. reaction time دوت يعتمد على البيهيفير بتاعنا احنا، ملوش علاقة بالتول، ليه علاقة بالبيرسون. reaction time بيبقى عالي لو انت مثلا بيبقى يعني very short reaction time لو انت بتاخد مثلا المواد اللي هي المنبهات like الكافيين مثلا في القهوة او في الشاي والحاجات دي. reaction time بيبقى very small، لكن لازم يكون في reaction time لان انت مش كمبيوتر. اوكي طيب علشان كده عشان نتغلب على الايرور بتاع الرياكشن تايم في experiment like this experiment عشان نتغلب على الرياكشن تايم ما ينفعش اعمل measure ل one complete swing. One only is not enough. We have to count number of complete swing like مثلا 20 complete swing or 15 complete swing. And then when you measure the time of this swings, like if I measure the time for 20 complete swing, I found the time to be like 15 seconds. So what is the time of 1 second? Divide 15 by 20. Divide the total time you measured by the number of swings. Okay, so here you get the average time for one complete oscillation. So sometimes they ask you why we get the average. والله لو احنا if we use stopwatch يبقى we use the average to reduce the effect of reaction time error. Okay. يبقى the first way to reduce reaction time error ان انا اعمل count لجروب او the number of oscillations بعد كده او number of swings and divide the total time by this number of swings. The other way الطريقة الثانية بقى و this is يعني مهمة جدا this is very important حاجة اسمها light gate. What is a light gate؟ ايه هو light gate؟ ايوه عشان انا في figure ليها هنا للأسف. Okay. Light gate it is a gate count the time Our counting time is computerized. يعني ايه computerized? It starts to count automatically من غير ما تدخل تماما، هي لوحدها تعمل count. ازاي يعني؟ يعني اقول لك دي بنستخدمها في ايه؟ When we want to measure the speed of a moving object. When we have a speed of a moving object like this, I have a track. التراك دوت عندي object بيتحرك على التراك ده. I like a toy or a kid or اي حاجة moving on the track. اوكي بنحط هنا كده something called light gate. اللايت جيت دي بقى بتبقى two gate بيبقى مثلا okay suppose that this toy to pass between the to pass through the gate this gate. اوكي الجيت دي هرسمها هنا كده like two stands حاجتين كده واقفين قصاد بعض والتراك ما بينهم هنا يعني التراك بيبقى كده. اوكي one of them is a source for kind of radiation like infrared radiation. ده source بيخرج لك infrared radiation في radiation هنا بس انت مش شايفه. Okay so when the car or the toy passes between or the parts of the gate it disconnects. طبعا طول ما البارت ده part 2 ده receive الاي ار بيستقبل الاي ار الكاونتر is switched off مش شغال. تعالى بقى الكار بتاعتك او التوي بتاعتك بتعدي من هنا وهي طبعا طويله شويه ف it prevents اللايت بتاعك او الانفراريد to reach part 2. اول ما اللايت ما يوصلش هنا ده بقى السيستم ده متوصل بايه؟ بكمبيوتر. الكمبيوتر يبتدي السكرين بتاعته يظهر عليها الكاونتنج بتاعنا بيعد لنا ايه ده؟ بيعد لنا التايم اللي اللايت ما وصلش فيه. يعني العربيه عشان تعدي كلها اخذت تايم مثلا 0.6 سكند. اوكي ميس طب انا هعمل ايه بالتايم ده؟ ما انت عايز تعرف السبيد بتاع الموفينج اوبجكت فالسبيد بتاع الموفينج اوبجكت هي الديستانس اوفر تايم. الديستانس هي اللينث بتاع الاوبجكت ده. شوف طول الاوبجكت ده كام ديفايد التايم اللي هو ميجر تبقى انت كده جبت السبيد اوف موفينج اوبجكت. دي اسمها لايت جيت. light gate, it is a gate, it is connected to electronic timer, which has very high accuracy. How time interval can be measured فهنا أو how to measure the period بالsimple pendulum. معلش دي واحدة بس. هي أقول لك هنا بس الجزء ده كده، البارت ده كده ليه علاقة ب how to decrease the reaction time error. إن أنت تقيس التايم بتاع 20 strength divided by 20. اوكي، فالجزء ده ملوش علاقة باللايت جيت، بس اللايت جيت عرفناها اللايت جيت. let me check، ممكن أجيب لكم كده ايمج على كده اونلاين، هجيب لكم صورة كده اونلاين اوريكم شكل اللايت جيت شكلها عامل ازاي. 1 second.
Teacher, you're muted.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is a toy. When the tie passes between the two parts of the light gate, it cuts this connection. So when this part receives the infrared, the count is off. Keep that off. When the toy is passing between the two parts of the light gate, the count start to count. يبتدي بقى الكاونتر start to count. يبتدي يعد لي بقى واشوف اللينس قد ايه اللي عمل فيه cut لللايت، واعمل اللينس divided the time، يبقى انا جبت the speed of the moving object. يبقى light gate is another way to eliminate or to measure the time without reaction time error. Okay, so we have now two ways or two methods to avoid reaction time error. Number one، بالنسبة للswings ممكن ناخد counting لنمبر من swings and divided total time by the number of swings. And the other way is to use the light gate or the electronic timer to decrease the effect of reaction time error. Okay, so for that, we finished chapter 1 about measuring. I have a lot of questions here. Let's start to solve some questions. Like here, measuring intensity. Okay. I have questions from paper 1 and questions from paper 2 to receive the notes and the classified. This is my own notes and my classified. I will send them to the Telegram group. Okay. Okay, here we have a question. A student has a large number of coins of different diameters, all made of the same metal. She wishes to find the density of the metal by a method involving placing the coins in water. State the formula needed to calculate the density. What is the formula for density?
Density equal mass over volume.
Exactly, mass over volume. Okay, طبعا انت هنا state you have to write in words. You have to write here density equal mass divided by volume. Okay. So question 2 here, describe how the measurement of the required quantity are carried out. She wants to measure she has a large number of coins. She wishes to find the density of the metal. How can she measure the density of the metal?
She needs to find the mass and the volume. If the mass is the same, then
exactly. Okay, to answer this question, here you have 5 marks. 5 marks. So we have to write 5 statements. Okay, so number 1, measure
the mass on the
Exactly. Measure the mass of
mass
coins of certain number of
is the
coins.
mass
عدد معين. Okay, certain number of coins. Okay. Number 2, find the volume of this number of coins. Okay. After that انت هنا لازم تقول how to get the volume. انت عايز تحط 5 statement. هتجيب الفوليوم ازاي؟ Measuring a cylinder containing some amount of liquid or non-volume of liquid and add the coin and get the difference between the volume to get the volume of the coins. يبقى انت هنا ممكن تقول كده الsteps بتاعت how to get the volume. Okay. Finally, divide mass over volume. Okay. فالاكسبيرمنت دي واحنا بنعملها لازم تكتب فيها. خلينا نشوف بس الكويشن اللي بعديها. طالب 1 precaution. لا خلاص هو طالب في الكويشن اللي بعديه 1 precaution. اوكي. يبقى انت هنا عملنا الستبس. ستيب نمبر 1 measure the mass of the coin. ستيب 2 measure the volume وتحط له كده بالديتيلز how to measure the volume. ازاي to measure the volume. Get a cylinder on a flat horizontal surface. Add a certain amount of liquid in the measuring cylinder and record the reading of the volume of the liquid. Then add the number of coins in the measuring cylinder and measure the volume. Get the difference between the two readings to get the volume of the coins. Final step is dividing mass over volume. Okay. Next question, state one precautions when taking one precaution taken when carrying out the measurement in B to ensure that the result as accurate as possible.
To make sure that the human eye is perpendicular.
يا ولاد please hold on. Please hold on. You have to يعني I have to select somebody. اللي عايز يا جماعة raise your hand عشان ما ينفعش نتكلم كلنا مع بعض. Okay. يعني someone raise hand. Okay. يلا يا أروى.
the meniscus, to look at the bottom of the meniscus.
Okay, take the reading from the bottom of meniscus. This is 1 point. Which I need another answer. Okay, Rawan, تفضلي.
Yes, miss. To place the object gently to never splash the water to miss the volume. The first volume.
Exactly. Okay. What else? We can add another answer. ممكن ناخد مثلا هنا. Where are the boys يا جماعة؟ الولاد فين؟ boys فين؟ علي وأحمد ياسر وأدهم وعبد الرحمن. Okay. ممكن آخد أحمد. هو أحمد بس كاتب اسمه على الشات. أحمد بس. اتفضل. What else?
Put the measuring cylinder on a flat surface to avoid error.
Exactly. Okay. وكمان look perpendicular to the scale. خلاص احنا قلنا عندنا 4 حاجات وهو عايز only 1 point. Okay. This is a fast question from paper 4. Let's see some questions from paper 2. Okay, I will يعني guide you to solve. يعني عايزة question تقيل شوية. question اللي مش عارفة. Okay, let's see question 7. This question. A micrometer screw gauge reads 0.02 millimeter when the jaws are fully closed. What type of this error? If it's fully closed وفي reading يبقى ده بنسميه ايه؟
Zero error.
Exactly. This is 0 error. Okay. And it reads 0.56 millimeter when the measuring diameter of a wire. لما حطينا الواير كان الريدنج بتاعته 0.56. Okay. What is the diameter of the wire?
0.54.
0.56.
Exactly. هنشيل يعني remove the 0 error from 0.56 هتلاقينا 0.2. Okay. Sometimes instead of diameter, what is the radius?
Radius is the
Half of the diameter.
First, to find the radius, find the diameter first, which is 0.54 divided 2. Okay. Okay, let's see another question. Like here. Okay, which quantity can be measured directly by micrometer screw gauge?
thickness of a
إيه؟
sheet of paper.
thickness of a sheet paper.
thickness of a sheet of paper. شفت بقى questions على الجزئية دي once ان انت ذاكرت كويس خلاص يعني فعلا فرق question 1 و 2 بيبقى question exactly ده بيبقى عن measuring بيبقى هو first question paper 2 ده حاجة كده يعني ايه كده وهدية يعني. Which is a best apparatus used to measure the thickness of a coin? Thickness of a coin. Okay.
Micrometer.
Micrometer screws.
Amazing والله micrometers per gauge. طب ناخد difficult. Yes, I need this question. This is a harder question. A length of cotton is measured between 2 points on a ruler. Okay. حتة خيط رفيعة كده to measure between 2 lengths of a ruler as you see. When the length of cotton is wound around a pen, it gives 6 rounds. يعني لفيناها حوالين البنت وعملنا 6 rounds. What is the distance of one round? يعني one round, what's the distance of one round? هنعمل ايه عشان نجيب ال distance بتاع one complete round around the ball?
13.2.
Can I say?
First of all, we have to get the length of the
And the length of other one, then minus.
15.2.
exactly the length of the wire. Okay, عشان
Then
نجيب the length of the
minus.
wire, we have to get the reading. Okay, I need someone to help me to let me check. I need somebody.
Can I?
Who's
See
talking?
the answer?
مين تكلم؟ Who's talking? Omar?
Yes.
Yes, Omar. Okay, go on.
13.2.
No, يعني أنا step by step يا Omar. What's this reading يا Omar?
2.4.
Here's 2.4 exactly. What's the reading here?
15.6.
Okay, how do we get the length?
Minus both of them.
Okay, هنا 2.4 هنا 15.6. We get the difference between the two reading. So 15.6 minus 2.4 يبقى كام؟
13.2.
13.2 right?
Yes, it will be
So,
C.
okay, so this 13.2 نعمل فيها ايه؟ اعملها ايه؟ عشان اجيب ال distance like one complete round.
Divide by 6.
Exactly.
Divide by 6.
Exactly. So take this number divided by 6, 13.2 divided by 6. What is the answer?
2.2.
2.2.
Exactly, 2.2 centimeters. Okay. Yes, I like micrometers per gauge. أنا بس the question, the answer to this question is very easy, but I will add يعني another question. Okay, who can answer this question first? What is the smallest reading for what's the name? Yes. 0.0.
B.
0.01.
Exactly.
0.01.
Exactly. So who can give me the reading here?
On 2.5. First, 2.5.
First, it is 2.5 exactly 2.5 plus
And
0.35.
36.
36. Okay, so can we add them together? So we get here 2.86 millimeter. Okay. And I guess we finished. I need just another question. Yeah, for okay. Question 21. A measuring cylinder contains some water. A small metal block is slowly lowered into the water and is then removed. Okay. Finally, a piece of plastic is attached to the metal block and the block again slowly lowered into the water. The diagram shows the measuring cylinder at each stage. ادي الميجرنج cylinder وهي فيها liquid بس وبعدين هي فيها metal block وبعد كده وهي فيها plastic with the metal block. What is the volume of the plastic?
10 centimeter cube.
10 centimeter
So what
cube.
did you do?
10
عملنا ايه؟ What
centimeter
did you do?
What subtract volume 1?
This is 80 minus this is
70.
70. Okay, so we get 80 minus 70, so it's 10. Exactly, perfect. Okay, يا ولاد يعني now I finished chapter 1. If you want to get the notes or the classified for paper 2 and paper 4, join the group. I will send them after the class to the group. Thank you for all of you.
Teacher, this is WhatsApp group.
Now I send the link for the group.
No, there is a Telegram. There is another WhatsApp group or not?
لا والله انا كان في مثلا 4 او 5 واتساب جروبس، عشان كده جمعتهم كلهم في وان جروب اللي هو التليجرام، لان الواتساب مع الويب تايم يا جماعه الماتيريال بتحصل لها ريموفينج، او لما بغير التليفون الماتيريال مش اوريدي اكزيستنج، حتى لما بيعمل باك اب للشات، لكن الكويشنز فيه عندي جروبس ناس بتسال questions with answers، فالكويشنز بتتشال لما باجي اعمل باك اب، ولا الفويس بتاعت او بيعملوا داونلود ولا البيكتشرز، فعشان كده I prefer the Telegram. اللي ما عندوش تليجرام يتفضل ينزل التليجرام ويعمل join الجروب، واللي مش معاه لينك الجروب ده الرقم بتاعي اهو، تبعت لي على الواتساب وانا ابعت لك لينك جروب التليجرام. Okay, any questions?
No, teacher.
Okay.
Thanks.
No, teacher.
Okay. Thank you. See you next time inshallah.
Goodbye.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, miss. Bye.
Bye, teacher.